All right, guys, what is happening? Capitalist here with DotaLive.net. We got the round 2 coming up. We got, what was it, Double Mice versus German Aggression Gaming, I believe is their name, GaG. And we got this round 2. Joining me once again is going to be Hari. Hari, we already got some bans and picks going down. What do you think about it so far? Lycan being first pick, most notable.
Pretty unusual to see Lycan in the pool, actually, or actually getting picked. So it should be fun. I wonder if we'll see. I mean, Brood is already banned, so you're not going to have the Lycan Brood with the Howl for the ridiculous amount of spiraling damage. But still the possibility of getting a Lycan Enigma. Or maybe they'll just do Lycan more traditionally, just worrying about him farming and kind of split pushing, not actually going for the summon cheese. Although I would expect him probably to get a Necro Book. Oh, no, and they do pick up the Enigma, so they are going to go for that after all. I'm always excited to see this. We'll have to see if they do end up going for Howl very early on to max that damage, or if they will just end up maxing his passive and then getting Howl later, because it's rather difficult to support mana-wise. Meanwhile, from the Dire, just pretty much your standard pusher picks, just versatile early picks.
Yeah, now what do you think about Lycan, GaG giving up Lycan like that? Do you think it was worth it in order to pick up Leshrac Shadow Shaman? I don't really see them being, I mean, if you're talking about tiers and hero picks wise, I don't really see those two picks being worth a Lycan. Maybe if they got some other, one of those top tier picks, such as, Invoker or Furion or one of those heroes. Panda's still left in the pool, by the way. What the heck? Why isn't Panda being picked up in these top 3 picks? I don't know why. I love Panda so much, and he's so powerful.
Well, you should. I bet maybe in those Asian games today, you would have actually been able to see him, because the Asians love the Panda. Yeah, Bloodseeker. I know. Apparently, their secret tech for why they let Lycan through is they're going to throw the Bloodseeker silence on Lycan, and then he's not going to be able to do anything, right? Like, he's going to go wolf form. They're like, no, we got this. We're going to silence you. Yeah, guess what? You can't summon wolves or howl now. And then he's like hitting him for 400 damage crits, and like, maybe we didn't think this one out quite as well as we thought. Although in theory, what makes Lycan so strong is that he's he's great. Well, all right, he's great in general. Actually, there's 1,000 things that make Lycan so strong. This is why Lycan should be banned. And I completely agree that it was not worth it for them to give it up. But in theory, one of the great things about him is how escapable he is. Obviously, being able to run max movement speed. And in theory, at least, if you Bloodseeker ult him, he really is a Bloodsucker. He just sucks. But Bloodseeker ult him, then he isn't really free to run away, at least until he has the BKB. But, I mean, whatever, he's just going to TP out, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know. Bloodseeker, a terrible hero, and giving up Lycan to pick Bloodseeker, I foresee this game going about 20 minutes.
Especially given how well Lycan is able to farm, he's going to get a BKB early. It's not like you're going to be able you're going to have a significant amount of time where you're hunting a Lycan, or you get in these team fights where Lycan still doesn't have a BKB. No, he farms up incredibly fast. I've seen BKBs as early as 18 minutes, and that was a rush build. It wasn't, the standard every item in the book for him. But yeah, I mean, and if he gets it early, 20, 21 minutes, Bloodseeker's going to be useless. I mean, it's a nice little counter pick in theory, but in practice, I don't think it's going to work out for them whatsoever. Now we see the bans coming out, Enchantress and Beastmaster being banned out by Devil Mice, so they're taking away, of course, that single target from Beastmaster, which is so powerful against Enigma. And the Enchantress as well, taking away a little bit more push from the Leshrac Shadow Shaman combo already there. Chen being banned out by GaG. I was going to make some sort of joke about Germans and Nazis and aggression, but I couldn't really form it together.
You should avoid that. I mean, it's perfectly acceptable for me to make fun of North American esports players, but you can't bring up the Nazi card, because we Europeans are not like that at all.
But America, we love bringing it up so often. We compare everyone to Nazis.
Yeah. We've noticed that, don't worry. And actually, there's your Panda. He's actually in the exact same spot on the screen as last time. The very last ban for the Dire. So, still not going to see any Panda, unfortunately. I realized, the Chen got through pretty late. Maybe Devil Mice just doesn't like playing him. I'm surprised they didn't take the Chen over the Venomancer. I mean, you could get Venomancer later, you figure. And if not, you can always get kind of an equal tier support in the CM or the Vengeful Spirit. So, a little bit unusual in that regard.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what the GaG's, final 4-5. Obviously, they have some sort of idea. I would assume that they left Lycan out as some sort of bait, and they know what they're going to do to counter him, especially since they already have Bloodseeker and two, relatively good pushers relatively excellent pushers. I'm not sure what I'm saying relatively good for. Two excellent pushers. And on top of that, a hero who can counter Lycan up until that BKB. So I'm really interested to see what they're going to 4-5 here. It's going to be a Vengeful Seer that's picked up by Devil Mice. And that's just one extra support hero supporting the Lycan that's going to be extremely helpful. They can even throw... at this point, I'm looking at, they can even throw, if they want to jungle, they can throw one of these support heroes as a solo mid, as we often see with Vengeful Spirit and Venomancer.
Yeah, well, I was wondering if, they're going to do the Na'Vi lanes, actually, and put the Venom VS mid. Obviously, Bloodseeker, despite being a terrible hero, one of his strengths is that he is very strong at laning solo. I mean, it's basically impossible to harass him out of lane. He has very nice attack animation damage, so he can get a lot of CS and do a little bit of harassment on his own, since he basically has a ton of free health to play around with. So sending him against a solo mid, maybe not the best idea, but if you send the VS and Venom mid, obviously that's going to be incredibly strong. You can put the Enigma top, Lycan bottom, or Lycan in woods. I really do prefer seeing Lycan in a solo lane. Obviously, solo against solo is really Lycan's strongest suit. He just really crushes people with the damage from those wolves. So we'll see if maybe they do that. They could end up trying to send him mid. I can safely say I don't know how the Bloodseeker versus Lycan matchup works out. I mean, I guess in theory Bloodseeker's still decent against that, but I really don't think so. I think Lycan should probably win. I guess, not in many games that I've been in have I ever seen Lycan against Bloodseeker on opposite teams, mostly because no one should pick Bloodseeker.
You're just going to keep bashing this team for their Bloodseeker pick, aren't you? And they are going to pick up a Lion. Interesting. I mean, you got the double Sables coming out, which is going to be very helpful versus both Lycan and a Pugna pickup. I like this Pugna pickup a lot from Devil Mice. I think it's a very powerful hero against, you've got Leshrac, who just outputs a ton of mana, a Shadow Shaman who practically kills himself when he throws down wards, and then Lion as well, another very heavy mana nuking hero. So I think it's a great pickup by Pugna, Devil Mice. And I think I really like their lineup. And I'm not really sure what GaG is going to pull up here as their 5th pick that is really going to shock me and go, oh, okay, I think Dire's going to win here. I'm not sure what pick that they have left in them.
20-minute game. Slardar, yeah, that's going to do it. So you're going to have Lion or Leshrac in support. I don't know. You're going to have basically 2 dual lanes, I assume. But who's your sacrifice? I guess you're going to dual lane bottom, dual lane mid instead of solo top. I don't really. Maybe Bloodseeker Woods. Who knows? Maybe that's their strategy here. Classic pub style Bloodseeker Woods. I don't really know. None of it makes sense to me.
Could be. I mean, they do have the dire advantage when it comes to pulling easy creep camps and then taking the easy creep camp, stacking the hard camp and pulling that. And I don't know. Interesting to say the least. All around interesting. So I'm presuming we're going to see a Lion and Slardar at bottom. Bloodseeker, I mean, especially given his whole limited amount of time where he does help counter Lycan, that's even less when he goes in jungles. Because he's not going to get as much farm as he should in a solo mid situation. So what is going on?
I guess we had sorry for the on there. I guess we had a bug on purple, and he's just reconnecting and should be back shortly. So we can actually go over the heroes now. As you would say, top to bottom, left to right. I like that, though. I'm going to steal that from you for sure.
I stole it from Chappie. That was back when we casted Han together. It was, remember, Han had the Radiant lineup, and then the Dire was right next to it. So that's why we said top to bottom, left to right. But here it works even better because it's top to bottom, and then at the top of the border, it's left to right. So I like it.
All right, well, I'll go over the Radiant for Dirty Mice, Devil Mice. Wow. I was thinking, I saw the DM again, and I got it in my head from you, the Dirty Minds, and so then I was like, but I know it's not Dirty Minds, so then I'm like, Dirty Mice? Yeah, well, I mean, Devil's Mice are probably quite dirty, let's be honest. Okay, We Just Zik, playing on the Venomancer. Lycan, going to be played by White Knights. Purple is actually, let's see what it is, J4, and he will be playing, what was there? Oh yeah, the Vengeful Spirit. Bedbug will be on the Enigma, and Fax Tort on Pugna.
And over on the Dire side, on German Aggression Gaming, you have Kamikaze Claws. How fitting is that? That is awesome.
That is a sweet name.
Kamikaze Claw's going to be playing Shadow Shaman. You have Jollar. G-Jollar? I don't know. Something like that. We're just going to call her Jollar. On Bloodseeker. Kai'Sa on Leshrac. You have Ruffy on Lion, and then Bleach on Slardar. And looks like we are going to see reconnects, so we're going to be going for it. You know, I was going to mention something. I don't know what it was, though. The Lion Portrait. The new Lion Portrait is icky.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it looks good. It's just, he looks icky. I'm just saying.
Oh,
he has rapey eyes. You know.
The portrait changed, or just the model?
Yeah, the portrait changed.
Did it?
Yeah, the portrait changed.
Huh. I didn't even notice that. Well, I noticed the model is just really different.
Brown.
But yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, so your best guess as to how they set up. I mean, all right, I'm going to do the Radiant lineup, how their lanes are going to go.
Oh, okay.
Although it's probably a little bit easier. I'm going to guess that we have the Enigma on top.
Uh-huh.
What? And
then, no, go ahead. Sorry, go.
I really hope that they do it. I don't think they will, but I want them to, so I'm just going to say this anyway. We're going to have the Venomancer VS mid, Pugna bot, and Lycan in the woods. I think it's pretty unlikely that they actually do things that way. Who knows? We could actually see a Pugna jungle. That'd be sweet. Did you see Na'Vi do that?
I did not, but I heard about it. the jungle strats, Dota 2, it's just how easily you can jungle. Just between mechanics, between the stacking, and it's just how easy you can juggle. It's just so many heroes can jungle now, and I'm just not realizing this because we're kind of practicing at what heroes can jungle, and it's amazing, especially on the Dire side, especially with the whole easy creep can't pull. Mm-hmm. Like, that is amazing because you just get 1 or 2 extra levels, and then it's amazing how a hero from level 1 can't jungle, but when he's level 2 or 3 can jungle very, very well. And there are just a lot of heroes like that, and Pugna was one of them.
Yeah, basically any hero now that has an AoE effect can obviously jungle can do that smoke trick once again. It's just pretty ridiculous. So I'm sure the extent to which we'll see that is only going to increase in the future until I have to assume Valve is going to do something about that and maybe revert it to the way it was in Dota 1. I kind of hope, because, I don't know, when it was just Darkseer, it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, Darkseer was still better in a suicide lane than he was in the jungle anyway. So, I don't know. I didn't really care too much, but now that we're seeing that you can basically do this with any hero that you want to, I don't know. I hope that Valve does change that and makes it so that when creeps take damage from an invisible unit, they run like they did in Dota 1.
Okay, we'll go over the Dire lanes, and I think I already said this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it's Lion Slardar bottom, Shadow Shaman middle, and Leshrac solo top, and I'm gonna put that Bloodseeker in jungle.
All right,
that's what I'm going for. I'm going for some sort of jungle here because otherwise they have too many heroes that need farm, and the lanes are just icky to say the least.
They might do, as much as I hate this. Well, it really would be terrible for them, but they could put
a tri-lane, aren't you?
Yeah, the Rasta support in a tri-lane, which is just. I mean, I hope that it will be the Bloodseeker jungle because obviously that's more interesting, and I think it's better because really Lion, Leshrac, and Rasta are all terrible supports. Being perfect, are terrible supports in the tri-lane metagame. Lion actually, back when we used to do real dual lanes, was actually a good support. Because he would actually get levels now. But obviously in the tri-lane, any of these heroes are terrible supports because they're not going to get the experience that they need. So I certainly hope that they don't do that. But I think it's possible that we'll probably see the Rasta and the Lion in the tri-lane maybe, and then Leshrac solo. I don't know. But yeah, maybe we'll just get the dual lane, or the dual lane and 2 solos in the jungle would be best for both teams, actually.
Yeah, I hate, like, Lion. Not a very good tri-lane support, so I really hope they don't do that, because obviously Shadow Shaman and Leshrac aren't very good either. Not ideal in any way. So I'm rolling for that Bloodseeker jungle. That's what I'm rolling for. And I hope it happens. I will be a little bit happier with their lineup. I'm still not sure what they're going to accomplish after the laning phase.
20-minute concede.
But maybe we might see a 3-minute concede.
Oh, 30-minute NC. Yeah, I guess that's possible. Well, what seems even more likely that we're going to see at this point is a 2 minute from now disqualification. Or
That was
no.
actually what I was referencing. You
Yeah.
said 3 minutes.
Oh, I thought you said 30-minute concede.
No.
Yeah, you North Americans, you all sound the same to me. Your words don't mean anything, etc., etc.
Yeah. I was wondering why yours got so excited. 30 minutes. And I was like, wait, I didn't say 30. Hey.
30. Come on. I'm sick here. Give me a break.
Oh, understandable. Well, I'm tired. That's pretty much the same thing as being sick, right?
Yeah, well, I'm sick and
I
tired.
might as well be exploding out both orifices, right?
Well, see, I've got that going, but then I am also exhausted because actually I've only gotten about 4 hours of sleep the last 2 nights. So I am both exhausted and sick. So it kind of sucks, actually.
Oh, man. All right, so it looks like they're reconnecting. Awesome. Yay. We're finally going to get this game on the road. Before I do that, guys, we're not normally on this whole own TV thing. If you're watching us and the only reason you're watching is because you're either playing, guys who are playing in this tournament, or that you're subscribed to this the own TV channel, we're not normally here. We're DotaLive.net. We're a new casting site that we're just now starting up. I think our website's only been up for like 2 or 3 weeks. We're trying to get in these viewers. If you guys are enjoying this cast, please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our Twitch TV account, which is twitch.tv/DotaLive, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Or subscribe to our YouTube channel. What we like to do is we don't only stream all the games that we try and do, we try and stream and we try and record a YouTube pod. So if you're one of those people who doesn't really have time for streams and that sort of thing, especially I know some of you guys iPhones or iPads, if you try and watch any sort of Dota and you can only use YouTube because you can't really access streams easily, that is I love it. I work 16-hour shifts on a forklift, and all I have is my iPhone to entertain me. And a lot of times, I will turn on via YouTube. I will turn on a Dota cast of some sort, and pretty much just listen to it. I can't really watch it a whole lot, especially on an iPhone, seeing how small the screen is. But yeah, a lot of times I just listen to casts. So shout out to Azu, who is our cameraman, who is recording the VOD for our YouTube channel. And of course, shout out to Holy for the win. If you guys want to get into the own TV chat, I know it's hard. You have to sign up and stuff. I'm terribly sorry. But if you want to get in there, talk to us. We are there. Holy, if you want to give a little shout out to him for doing awesome work with his camera work, or yell at him for doing a terrible job with his camera work, one of the two. You can go ahead and do that in the own TV chat. As I look over right now and I actually have the stream muted, and I see he's zooming into the lycanthrope, zooming into his back, looking at it. Looks all pretty.
I finally realized what you were talking about when you said the new portrait. Because see, I was looking at the top screen with the 5 heroes, the line up there, and I was like, nah, I think that's the same. But now I finally seen the bottom left. Actually, after the change to the interface, I just refuse basically to look down at the bottom left because every time I do, I see that giant cartoony sword, and I'm just like, no, this is not League of Legends. And I didn't notice that.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he looks like a big slug now. That's what he looks like. Yeah, I didn't even realize what you were referencing. Yeah, that's how. Yeah, he looks all purpley and blue. I definitely
the new portrait makes me think that he's gonna have a run in with Chris Henson, and Chris Henson is gonna have to be like, so why don't you have a seat over there? And he's gonna and just say some nonsense to him in response. But basically, that's what I get from him.
Oh dear, we are gonna see the tri-lane of Lion and Leshrac actually. So they could have done it either way. Leshrac, I see Leshrac, and a couple of tri-lanes occasionally. He is, in my opinion, I think he's a bit better than Shadow Shaman, but still though, not too happy about this tri-lane. Was really hoping to see Bloodseeker jungle. At least it would have been something new and interesting to watch.
30 seconds to
but no, so we are going to have the Suicide Lane Enigma, as you guessed, and the jungle.
It's going to be a solo mid Lycan, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, he is still in the fountain, and they are looking for this bug now. They're looking to catch somebody out. Venomancer might get caught out here. There comes the stun from the Lion. They're easily going to chain this one up, and let's disable. Oh, Leshrac's stun. What happened? What happened?
That's just embarrassing. That's just really embarrassing. That was such an easy first blood. You have 4 people there. You have an easy lead in stun. I guess he just forgot how short of a duration the level 1 stun is from Lion. Obviously, only 1 second. But, I mean, there's still no reason for him not to just make sure he got a little bit early. Obviously, with his ridiculously long 2-second stun at level 1, that would be easy enough for them to chain that into Slardar stun and get first blood. But definitely screwed up there.
Yeah, and he even takes enough damage that he has to blow a healing potion right off the bat. Counter ward's already going by this Venomancer, so he's all ready to go to counter the future ward that's coming up from Leshrac. Going to block the stack here. Yeah, he was looking, I don't know what, he's not placing it in the trees. If he placed it in that spot in the far right trees, I think that would be out of range of that ward. But as it stands right now, not going to work. And we are going to have sort of this tri-lane going on, dual lane with Vengeful Spirit, Venomancer, and then Lycan's probably going to come in here. They're doing a lot of damage to Leshrac right off the bat. Leshrac only has the stun. Couple more hits. The poison's not going to be enough to kill him, though, unfortunately. But they do a lot of damage to him, and he's going to have to be very careful from here on out because he's all out of regen. He's going to have to blow the 3 tangos to get back to full health, and he's going to have no potions and no tangos from here on out.
Yeah. I don't really know how I like. Well, I mean, in theory, I mean, whenever you send a tri-lane against a dual lane, the tri-lane should easily win. That's why the tri-lane was invented, basically. So I really don't like these lanes from the Radiant, but thanks to the terrible positioning and the inability to capitalize on a first blood. But I mean, not just that, just the Leshrac getting caught out like that by the 2 heroes without his team anywhere nearby. Stuff like that. It's actually giving this dual lane a chance against the tri-lane, but really they should be forced out of the lane when the lane's pushed this far up. So that's kind of disappointing to see. But obviously that's going... And actually, Pugna is just dominating this Bloodseeker mid. I mean, I guess that's kind of expected at this point. If Pugna uses a lot of mana, which he has been doing, it's going to be really difficult for the Bloodseeker to even get in for last hits to regain his health. But he should catch up in a little bit.
Well, yeah, on top of that, he also got a level of Blood Rage right off the bat during that whole first blood in order to try and interrupt. So he didn't have that regen for, I'm guessing, his first 4 last hits. I'm guessing he didn't have it. Venomancer picking up a kill. I don't know what's happening there. The dual lane beating the tri-lane, now jumping on the Slardar, doing some damage there. He is very, very low. I don't know how you get that low 2v3. But they're going to jump on the Lion here. Vengeful Spirit's going to follow up. Venomancer, unfortunately, had to back up there due to creeps. And were you watching that exchange? What happened?
No, I didn't watch that. I don't know. I figured in the mid, the Pugna was actually taking tower damage. It seemed more interesting. I didn't really assume there was any way that what just happened would happen. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really speechless almost at this point. A dual lane should never, ever, basically ever get a kill against a tri-lane. I mean, that should just never happen, obviously, based on numbers alone. I'm sure there's some sort of a dual lane, maybe something with Earthshaker that could actually... Oh, and meanwhile, Enigma does pick off the top. Yeah, something with Earthshaker.
Jesus.
They could maybe get a kill, but yeah, I don't know how that happened. So, I don't. I'm just...
Well, maybe we're having lag problems. Apparently, I hate to say, that that might be just an excuse that he's thrown out there, but he did say lag after he died. But well, we'll have to see. With the tri-lane losing to a dual lane, you kind of have to wonder what's going on.
Yeah, well, they've actually switched up their lanes now. So they have most sane people, I think, would consider a favorable matchup, which is the tri-lane against the opposing dual lane. Like, this should be really good for you. And they decided they didn't like that, so they've actually sent the Leshrac up top to try to beat this Enigma. But the Enigma already has such an advantage. Everywhere that I spend a little time analyzing something, there's just a death somewhere else, in solo lane, no less. But yeah, so the Enigma should already have enough of an advantage that he has no problem there. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's everything that's happening is pretty much unexpected. You shouldn't expect Bloodseeker to die to Pugna. You shouldn't really expect anybody to die to Pugna early on in the laning phase, because he might force you out of lane, but you should never die. There should never be at a point where you're like, oh shit, Pugna. Well, actually, he did have a haste, I believe. I believe he had a bottled haste.
Okay, well...
No, he popped it earlier. So no.
Yeah, so... You're trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I see what you did there, but let's just be honest. I call what is it? I call a frog a frog. I forget what exactly the quote is, but
I have no clue what. But going back to this, if they'd done this from the start, I would have felt a lot better. First of all, because I think Lion Slardar is a pretty strong lane. you have the opportunity to be able to pop one of those squishy support heroes. If, like, say you target the, if you get the Venge with a stun, followed up by a Slardar stun, if he's able to get there before Venge is able to get off his stun, that's pretty much you're winning that lane. They're probably going to be able to pop the Venge. And at top, Leshrac, Shadow Shaman, really weird lane, maybe, but, you know, at the same time, you are going to be able to win the lane against Enigma. But Vengeful Spirit picking off the Slardar now. And now they're jumping on the line. I don't know. I don't know, something really demoralizing about missing all 4 kills.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to chalk this one up to what we were talking about before, which is those kills shouldn't have happened. Not our fault. Can't be blamed for this. Yeah.
I suppose. Of course, there is that whole entire
and
top
actually, the
bar.
Rasta is just going to die top, too. So.
Oh, dear. There's black hole and everything.
I joined the great combine.
Caught that one. Basically, all I have to look for now on the map is I just see 2 Dire players and 1 Radiant player, and then I know that there's going to be a Dire player dying there very soon, because that seems to be the case.
Slardar jumping in on the Enigma, but unfortunately he's a little bit too close to his tower. On top of that, he is level 3, Enigma level 7. So there's that whole thing. Switching up their lanes left and right, they now have Leshrac, who's been sort of pulling and jungling, is now going to be trying and ganking middle for this Bloodseeker, who does have level 6. So we're going to see a Bloodseeker ult, and then we're going to follow up with a stun. There goes the Diabolic Edict, silence, nice little silence coming out, and they are going to hit the stun. Pugna is not able to dodge it, and he easily goes down. So finally the Dire do pick up their first kill with even Shadow Shaman teleporting in middle. So 3 heroes pretty much in order to try and kill the Pugna.
They understood, they listened to me. They knew that if it was only 2 of them, that Radiant would end up getting a kill there instead. So they brought in the 3rd hero just because they...
I missed I got the tail end of that one. Slardar trying to CS versus Enigma, who had conversions up, and the conversions had already split. So all he did was go, lol, I have level 4 stun, and then hit him with 6 conversions as well himself. And Slardar dropped very quickly.
Interesting that he does have the went the level 4 stun, level 2 conversions. Usually these days we see the people going level 3 conversions, just because while the level 4 of Malefice is really nice, the level 3 of Malefice does basically nothing, and that you'd rather have the level 3 conversions, which does more damage at that period of time. But obviously it's paying off for him now because he got the earlier level 4 stun, which when you get a kill. Meanwhile, Slardar actually, I switched bottom because I saw, oh crap, the Venomancer was up there by himself against 2 heroes, and yeah, there is going to be action bottom. But it looks like the Dire might actually make it out of this one. But yeah, I switched there just in time to see the Slardar just crushing absolutely nothing, like just hitting the ground. He's just in frustration. Maybe, I know there was a bug where the heroes were randomly using abilities. Did you ever have that happen to you?
I did hear about that, and I think it's happened to me once or twice.
Oh, so annoying. So annoying. I'd be like running around with Marana, and randomly she'd just be like, Starfall! Or it's not even Starfall, Storm, whatever the ridiculous name is for episode 2. And yeah. So basically the Dire, actually, if you see, they're basically playing like a suicide lane. They are forced back to the tower. They're not even coming out at all. And they're going to die now.
Oh dear. Oh, big stun by that Slardar. That was a really long range stun. They are going to pick up the Venomancer kill, no. Lion really could have sacrificed himself for that one. But instead he's going to fight the Vengeful Spirit, who's going to pick up the kill anyway. So instead of killing himself in order to get the Venomancer kill, he's going to die to the Venge, who does get picked up by the Slardar. He could have been able to sit in that area and then potion up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Agreed.
Dire's bottom tower.
But the Dire team is getting serious now. They're not even messing with this Enigma, which apparently, no lie, I keep watching this. Demonic conversion goes up, demonic conversion splits, and then the Dire team thinks it's a good idea 1v1 to go forward and try and CS, and then Enigma's just like, oh, I have lots of creeps that do lots of damage, I'm going to stun you and beat the ever-living shit out of you. And next thing you know, they've lost 500 health and have to pop a potion.
Oh, Venge is actually going to maybe get killed. No, he has treads already, so he's actually just going to run away, but now they're going to catch him anyway. TP's in,
swap. Oh! What was that swap? He could have swapped in the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, he's too slow on the TPs, though. If the TPs had come faster. Shadow Shaman going to go down anyway to the Pugna. Venomancer not actually going to catch anyone. I don't think so. Leshrac does not have boots, actually, so he is going to get Galed. It is level 3 Gale. But I don't... Oh, Snag, yeah. Bounty's or Bloodseeker is definitely dead.
Oh,
both dead
dear.
actually. Oh, neither dead. Both dead. Both dead.
Yeah, there goes the wolf. One hit. Big critical by that wolf. Big critical. We're ready to see the Slardar finally coming in from behind. He was walking for quite some time. They do pick up the Lycan. So they do at least get that. 10-4 now. I was actually just about to look up at top and see if Lion was dying to Enigma. Because I saw Enigma like right in the tower. I was like, oh no, Lion. No. Not again.
Don't
Not
do it.
again.
Don't do it. No, see,
It's like
you see, he has the
suicide
three
via conversion, pretty much.
Yeah, he has the 3 conversions now, so he's got to wait until they split, and then he's going to go up for the CS. That's the best time to do it. Unfortunately, they're not ever going to split, so he's going to miss his opportunity. No, here they split. All right, it's go time, Lion. It's go time. Go. Just like clockwork. Just like clockwork.
Oh, he's gonna die to the stun. Enigma is gonna stand up and fight and die. But he does get the counter kill on Lion at least. Pugna hitting a big little nuke. But he's gonna have to walk away now. Slardar could have chased him down there. Could have tried to at least, but Sprint actually was going off cooldown.
Didn't even have mana for their
They are going to push in bottom, though, with Venomancer with level 2 wards. He actually did max Gale to level 3, which is interesting. A lot of times when I go on my Venomancer, I actually do get a second level into Gale because I ignore my ultimate completely until 10-11. It's what I like to do. It just gives me that a little extra damage because Gale is so powerful early on. Blind is actually going to go down, teleporting into 3 heroes. Anyway, but the interesting thing, Gale level 3 actually does even more damage because what it is back and forth. Because level 2 only increases 10 damage over time and then 20 extra initial strike damage. But the level 3 is when you get some big damage because it gives 20 extra damage over time.
Yeah, so you're actually doubling the damage per second, basically.
Yes, and so yes, level 3 is it's a good level to have on Venomancer. But
nice little math craft there.
Oh dear. I seriously thought Lycan was going to go in there and probably going to be able to get a kill. Like, I was literally thinking 12 minutes in, he was going to be base diving against a lot of heroes and somehow pick up a kill.
Just go take Roche. Why not? Still haven't actually gotten 1 level in Howl yet, unfortunately. Not going to see any of the Enigma conversions becoming even stronger. I guess you don't really need them to be.
Yeah, when you have 6 of them beating on 1 hero, imagine that Howl coming out. Jeez.
Yeah, that would be fun.
They pick up the Shadow Shaman kill easily. And,
oh, 12,000 gold advantage at 12 minutes. No big deal.
We should have fallen. Oh, this feels like yesterday. Oh my goodness, every single game that I casted, it didn't matter if it was the semifinals, the quarterfinals, or the finals. Every single game was lol, we gained 1,000 gold lead on you for every minute that passed. It was ridiculous. I was not very happy. So that better not be a trend that's going to start over today.
Well, the good news is I thought I would have to go after this game because of the whole sickness thing, but I think actually with this one being this quick, the 20-minute concede that I was talking about earlier on, I may actually be able to stay for 1 more. So
Slardar! Oh, they pick it up. Nice little combo there. And Black Hole on 1 hero. Shadow Shaman's going to go down easily. Nothing Leshrac can do because he's not in range and had a cooldown on his stun. I mean, 15,000 now, and it's over 1k gold per. I mean, this early on is amazing. Like, normally you see it like the 25-minute mark. Enigma, what a boss. He's going to see the Bloodseeker. Can he get off a stun or anything? He's actually cooldown, and now he's silenced. He's just beating on this Leshrac, but he's going to go down. Too bad. Too sad for you. And now Pugna jumping on the Bloodseeker. They have the Lycan, but he actually does have an ultimate, but with the rest of his team pretty much huddled around the base, he can't really do that. Diving is not advisable at this point. Slardar sprinting in order to kill the ward. Great job, Pugna. Turn around on him, and he's going to be able to pick up that kill. Oh, maybe not. Nice little stun, and Lycan is actually going to get caught out here. He dies to the wards. Combined with the minus armor and the wards, he easily goes down, loses Aegis, but now he's just going to clean up all that money from wards.
Yeah,
so
and they managed to get the both kills as well, so well worth it, certainly. I mean, they didn't really care about the Aegis, I don't think, anyway, so... Yeah, let's see if we can get to 20,000 gold by 15 minutes. Well, I mean, we still got to make it. They've got 5.5 minutes to win this game before my prediction of the 20-minute GG ends. Well, it was technically a prediction of a 20-minute concede, which I think if I was in this position on the Dire right now, I would have already conceded, which I know might be a little bit bad-mannered, conceding before 15 minutes. But, I don't know, when you're getting beat this badly, you really know it, and it's just, I don't know, there's not a lot to learn from it at this point. Like, you basically just, I don't know, I always say that you definitely learn more from every loss than you do from every win. I know this is kind of cliche, but it's definitely true, I think. But I think anything you had to learn from this loss, you probably learned in the first 5 minutes. It had to do basically with your lanes and your picks. And so I don't really think there's any point in analyzing it further, which is by going further in this game and just getting more smashed. I mean, you've got your solo top, Rasta, who's sitting at 15 minutes, 400 gold, boots, double gauntlets, magic stick. What? I heard something.
My girlfriend just like full on slammed her elbow into the desk. I'm sure you heard something on the mic.
It sounded like something fell. Actually, I can't believe that was actually a human being hitting something.
No, that was phone hitting wood really hard. I think she had to like hold it in the scream of pain. 4 heroes going down. Bloodseeker, the only person left. He's trying to pick up the Pugna, but he is going to die in that attempt. He's not going to pick up that kill. No way, no how. And complete wipe and Rax go down.
GG? GG? Call it. It's over. Come on, guys. You can do it. What? What is Holy saying?
The cam.
Oh, I can't hear him.
I can't understand him either.
Camera's off.
Oh, the camera's off. Oh. Okay, well. Does that mean we even have to keep talking?
I'm confused.
Yeah,
What
I'm
camp
confused
is
as
on?
well.
Zazu's recording as well. Which one are you talking about?
Yeah.
Is off.
You're still not really clarifying things any further for us, but yeah, Azu is still recording, so I guess we're just gonna stick with talking. Webcam. Oh yeah.
Oh, my webcam. Yeah. Sorry, I turned it off because yeah, I was gonna turn it on once the game was over. I didn't really want you guys seeing my girlfriend walk around naked. If that's all right, Holy, is that okay? Jeez. Black Hole on 2 heroes. Slardar is gonna go down. Bloodseeker's gonna get picked off now by this Lycan. Leshrak, can you save him? Nope, he's gonna go down now. Nobody's alive. They're all dead except for Lion, who's hiding in the fountain. Okay, but I'll turn my webcam back on. Is that better, Holy? You see my sexiness now?
They're purchasing. They're all going and buying Dagon at the shop. Ah, I love it. I love it.
I like really. Don't go AFK in the fountain. Please just call GG. And
Yeah. I don't understand if they don't know that they like. Are they still defending this?
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Like, there's, in my opinion, there's this level of mannerness, and I think one of the worst things you can do is call GG and then keep fighting. That's really annoying. I think
Well, they
that's
didn't actually call
incredibly
GG. So.
No. I'm saying, and follow me here. And then I'm gonna say under that is obviously you have lost the game, but not ending it. Like in a public game, whatever. That you can't do anything about that. There's no concede function. In a private game, like a tournament game, just call GG and let it go. They don't have to take the throne if you all leave.
Yeah. Well.
Wow, BG being called out.
BG, wow, a little trash talk. I can't say I like that either, but whatever. Ended up over tripling their gold, actually, if you take a look. 50,000 for the Radiant and 14,000 for the Dire. That is quite a difference. Oh,
Yeah.
Forfeit, bad game, good game, coming out from the... Yep, oh, that was that. Well, good game go next.